Good afternoon, everybody. Questions and answers with Kassiopi Corfu TV. Yeah, we've got loads of questions, so we're going to get straight into it. First questions come from Jan Hay. Thank you very much for your questions, Jan. She wants to know a couple of things. She wants to know about English TV, UK TV on Corfu, and she also wants to know about second-hand cars. I'll go quickly into the TV bit, and I'll do it the way we've done it. We got internet through OTA, and we watch a lot of our UK TV online. We watch it through Film On, and we also watch it through a lot of the catch-up TV, BBC, ITV Player, and various other channels, and also YouTube. Don't forget YouTube. You can watch all sorts on YouTube. But yes, you get a connection, Wi-Fi connection with OTA, internet connection with OTA. There was an existing line into this house, so we paid for connection, a router and a new number. It was roughly about €130, and then monthly after that we pay roughly about €38 a month. They've got many other packages, but that's the way we watch UK TV. Or anything else that we fancy, we watch it on the internet. It's probably the best way these days to get your TV and to be entertained in the winter months. In the summer months, who needs TV, I have to say. Second-hand cars. Jan, the best thing to do trying to get hold of a second-hand car, I would say, is just keep an eye on some of the forums. Obviously the Corfu Grapevine and various other forums, Buy It and Sell It. Buy and Sell Corfu and various other forums. On there are second-hand car dealers. They're few and I say they're few and far between. There's a few roundabouts. Don't know too much about them, but I definitely know that if you're going to get a second-hand car and you check out the Corfu Grapevine, that's probably the best advice I can give for looking for second-hand cars. You will pay, I will tell you now, you will pay a lot more for a second-hand car on Corfu than you'll ever pay in the UK. Just a fact. Thank you, Jan, for those questions. Hope that was helpful. We'll move straight on to Anne. Anne Holder, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Anne's question is, working 6 months in the year, how do people survive with only earning wages and cash for 6 months? Well, it does depend what spectrum and where you are in the level of working, obviously, but for us, and us in particular, it's tough. It's very tough. You work 6 months, you work solid, and you pretty much save, if not all, pretty much all the money that you earn in 6 months, and when it comes to the winter, you're eking it out. And there's a lot of people in a lot of tough positions, and I guess it's the same all over the world where tourist industries only work for X amount of months. There are some luckier businesses, I guess, roundabouts who are bigger, but they're not that lucky because they put themselves in that position anyway. So if you're working hard, you're going to try and put your money together, save it somewhere, and then get it spent in the winter. And it will spend, because I can guarantee you by March no one's got any money left, and we're all knocking on the door of the bank. You do pay ICA, which is a national insurance. I'll just add that you do pay ICA, which is a national insurance payment equivalent of, and in the winter months you can claim money from the ICA office, the OED office, the ICA payments. I think that's about covered it. But Anne, yeah, it's tough. It's just part of life here, I'm afraid. Thanks, Anne, for that one. Where are we going next? We're going to go next to Isabel Caldwell. Isabel's asked about taxes on house buying, extra taxes and community taxes, etc, etc. I'm not going to quote any figures at all, Isabel. You might be a little bit disappointed with my answer, but because the tax laws have changed so often and so frequently around here, and because 1 minute it's one thing and 1 minute it's the next, the one thing I would suggest that anyone does if they're following their dream, they're going to buy the house, is immediately go to people that know. Go to the people that really know about these things. Find yourself a good lawyer. Find out about the latest tax payments. Find out about all these things. Go to one of the property agents. There's Corfu Property Agency. There's many Corfu property experts as well. and these people will be able to put you in the right line. They'll be able to tell you all about the taxes that you need to pay when you're buying houses. You can go on the forums and there'll be plenty of people there with plenty of knowledge, but in my personal opinion, stick to the guys that know what they're doing and know what they're talking about. Go to a lawyer and go to one of the property agencies, and they'll probably be able to give you the best advice and the most up-to-date advice. I think is the most important thing to say about that. Thank you very much, Isabel, and I'm sorry that I couldn't personally answer those questions for you. Another one, very interesting one. This one's from Kevin Baker. Kevin has asked, what's the best thing and what's the worst thing about living on Corfu? Well, I'm going to start with the worst thing. The worst thing about living on Corfu is, from our opinions, when we're working in the summer for 6 months of the year, we work very hard, obviously, but that's not the worst thing. The worst thing is not being able to enjoy the summer months as much as you possibly can, because a lot of the trips that take you around the island to go and see the places in the good weather, in the nice weather, a lot of the restaurants shut. A lot of the, as I say, going to some of the boat trips and things like this, they're not available in the winter, so we miss out big time on the actual, the meats that Corfu has to offer in the summer, and so in the winter, that's why we like to get out and about with KCTV and have a wander around. But definitely for us, the worst thing is missing out on those trips and getting around Corfu when the weather's really nice, when you can wear shorts and you can feel good. Not that we don't feel good, in the winter, but the weather's too different and everything. There's a lot of things shut, so it does become, that's the worst thing. The best thing, Kevin, the best thing, come on, mate, getting your dog, walking on the beach, 2 minutes to the beach, having the mountains surrounding you, having the wildlife surrounding you, having just the general freedom, the beauty. That's got to be the best thing, So you're kind of answering two questions there. The worst and the best, they kind of mix a little bit, but there's two complete separates for us. So yeah, the best thing, definitely just being able to go down the beach with the dog and having a wander around and enjoying, just getting up, in the winter and having a wander somewhere and doing what you want to do. So you've got 6 months in the summer where we're tied to things, probably the worst, and the 6 months in the winter, well, maybe 4 months in the winter where we're free to do as we please. Anyway, Kevin, that's probably the best answer I can give you for best and worst. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in to Q&A with KCTV. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got the answers, well, not what you wanted, it's the answers. There are answers for Q&A this week. Don't forget, please send us some more Q&A, some more questions, so we can answer them next Sunday. And have a great Sunday evening wherever you are. Thanks for watching KCTV and Q&A.